All right, John, let's see if we can get a shot at him here.
Okay, I got leader.
That's a nice shark.
Look out.
Whoa, look out, guys. Look at the size of that shark. John, what do you need me to do? Anything?
Oh, just got to get him settled down a little bit here.
Watching Northeast Angling. We're proud to present inshore and offshore saltwater fishing. We cover every species from fluke and porgies to stripers, sharks, and tuna. You can learn more about techniques, tackle, and destinations at neangling.com. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Here we are, we're leaving Manchester Harbor. Our guest today is Captain John Pirie from Online Fishing Charters. His boat is appropriately named the Orca, and today he's going to take us out for a little shark fishing right here out of the harbor. How far are we going to run today, John?
Probably about 30, 35 miles up to the northeast. Fish up on Jeffrey's Ledge, just offshore Maine and New Hampshire there.
What can we expect to see there today?
Well, you got a decent, there's been a few makos around. There was a thresher up there a couple days ago, but primarily you're going to see blue sharks more than anything else. Mako would be a rarity. There aren't as many around as used to be, but what there are, they're pretty good ones, you know, 250, 350 pound
And
fish.
the name of the area we're fishing today?
We're going to fish a bank called Jeffrey's Ledge, which is an offshore bank about 20 miles off the coast of New Hampshire, Maine, and Massachusetts. Runs parallel right up to the coast there.
You know, John, I'm looking around at this harbor, and it's such a beautiful harbor. I said, yeah, give me a little history on this place.
Well, this is, in this area, one of the most protected harbors we have, because its one opening is completely shielded by islands, so you don't get any seas in here, any rough weather whatsoever. And if you look around at some of these big houses around here, back in the early 30s, they cut all the tops off the houses because you were taxed by the number of rooms you had, and you had to heat them. So when the Depression came, they had to release all the help, and to save on heating bills and tax bills, they cut all the third floors off these houses, so they were all flat-top mansions around here.
That's interesting.
And then the last sort of 15 years, with the resurgence of the economy, people started putting the third floors back on and restoring them back to their original condition. So you see some of these old houses, and they've been changed in the last 10 or 15 years now.
They really seem to pack the boats into this harbor.
Yeah, the boats are in tight. The waiting list, the rumor for the waiting list is that to get a mooring, you're going to die before you get a mooring. The waiting list is that long. And
That's something you have to will to somebody.
Yeah, exactly. If you look around, you'll see that the power boats around here have laundry baskets on all their propellers, because this was primarily a sailing harbor, and it used to be all sailboats, and they swing differently in the wind and the currents than the power boats.
I noticed that on the way
out.
They
put these laundry baskets on so the propellers don't bang up against the back of the sailboats.
I'll tell you, the other
common courtesy around here.
The other thing I noticed is the number of lobster pots in this area. Now,
yeah.
The lobster fishery, is that good
well,
over here?
Around here, the lobster fishing is normally very, very good. People run, 400 or 500 pots. And that's one of the things that's nice about this harbor. There's an area that's exclusively reserved for lobstermen up there, so it's still got some of the normal flavor from an old lobstering port, an old fishing port.
Well, I'm really looking excited to doing this. Let's get out of here and let's get out and get started fishing.
Got a nice day. Let's go for it.
Let's do it. We just ran about 30 miles to Jeffrey's Ledge. We've got a beautiful day out here. It's nice and calm. I know this time of year we usually don't see these kind of conditions. What are we going to do to get started here, John?
Well, we're starting off on the western side of Jeffrey's Ledge in about 400 feet of water. We're going to set up a slick here by putting some chum in the water, and we're going to drift a little bit to the east, and then we might find some cod up in some shallow ground, and keep our eyes out for some sharks.
So we're in 400 now, and we're going to run up into...
Well, when we get up on the flat ground up on top of the ledge, it's about 200 feet there, so we'll go from 400 to 200, and then on the back side of the ledge, on the east side of the ledge, it's going to drop off to around 600-700 feet of water. So you've got quite a dramatic change in depth as you go further and further to the east.
I got you. And what do you want to get started here with chum, John? How do you want to do this?
Well, I like to put a fair amount of chum in the water. We're going to put one big block of chum on each side. One's in a bucket and one's going to be loose in a dive bag, and we'll put them in these special blocks boxes that we made up. You notice we pad these with pipe insulation, but you can see the sharks kind of like them. They sort of shoot pieces out of them. These aren't as perfect as when I started, but they still work pretty well. And we'll just hang this over the side, just where the water goes in and out of the bottom. It'll actually suck chum right out of the bottom for us. We'll have a nice slick going behind us there. And we'll put a little herring oil up on the bow just for a little extra incentive for these fish to come in.
We leave this right in the can, put
Exactly.
the can in there?
Yep, you know, there's an easier way. We'll take this and put it upside down on top of the can, then you don't have any mess in your boat.
Nice.
We'll drop it overboard there with no mess at
Do
all.
it.
All right?
idea. Let's get going.
All right then. You slide that right over here for me.
Okay.
Thank you. Put that right on top of there. All right. The key is you hold that in so we don't.
I've got it.
Ready to go?
Good to go. Nice.
All right.
Now you put one on each side, don't you, John?
Yes,
you
sir.
said?
Yeah, I like to have a fair amount of chum in the water. We're not putting a lot of meat back there. We're mostly just putting oil and some ground up fish. So you're not going to feed the sharks back there. You're just going to track them.
Just scenting them up,
exactly.
right? Exactly. I got you.
I'm going to tie that a little bit higher.
A little higher? Okay.
Here.
Now we're tying it high so we can get some wave action through.
Exactly. I want the waves to come in and out of there and actually suck the chum right out of the bottom.
Well, that's amazing. I can see that slick going out already, and you can see the way that goes out there. And it's just, I guess you want to keep a steady line of chum, right? You want to just keep feeding a steady stream and get these fish to just come up in that slick.
By the end of the day, you're going to have a 4 or 5 mile slick behind you, and the way it works is any fish that hits that slick, they're going to sort of scent left and scent right, and they're going to follow the concentration wherever it's stronger. So they'll find us, and you've got a highway behind you. Anybody hits the highway from any angle, any shark is going to come to the boat. They might take a little while to get there, but all day long you have a steady flow of fish showing up at your boat like that.
Well, right now we've got chum coming out behind the boat. We're going to get another bit in.
Another one in.
And then we're going to start actually run. Are we going to actually run the boat?
We're going to push the boat for about a mile due to the due east, and that way it's called power chumming. You sort of accelerate the process of getting your distance because we're only drifting at about 0.4, 0.6 knots right now. By doing that, you build a mile-long chum slick in a matter of 20 minutes, and then when you actually start fishing, you already got a mile slick built up quickly behind you. You don't have to wait for it to form.
Now, how fast are you actually going to power drift now?
I'm going to power drift at about 3 knots, you know, so 3-4 knots.
So just about idle speed?
Well, we don't do that. We're going to do this block right here.
Oh, we do that
That's
block.
okay. We're going to save that one for later when we get a little on this side.
And now the chum we're using is mostly ground up bunker and herring?
Mostly ground up herring, exactly.
Herring?
Yep, herring's the preferred. There's probably some mackerel in there, but 90% herring. We're going to drop that in there. I've already split this in half.
You know, John, I see you got this this bag here of oil on the deck. What is that now exactly?
Right, actually, Rich, this is herring oil that we have here. And we've got this in sort of an IV, a stomach feeding bag here. And we're going to hang this over up on one of your cleats there. And this is a drip control valve, so you can decide how fast you want the oil to flow out of here. When we power chum, you open this all the way up and get a lot of oil coming out. When we slow down and start drifting, we'll slow the rate down with this little thumb wheel right here.
That's amazing.
It's nice stuff. You don't want to get this on your salad, though. It doesn't taste good.
Well, let's get that over the side, and let's get started here.
Yeah. Excellent. All right, gentlemen, let me hang this right up here.
I'm actually going to start getting some rods down, because I think the next
That would
thing
be
we're
great.
going to do is we're going to get some hook baits going, right?
Absolutely.
I know that's important. Let me hop up here. Andy, I want to pass you these rods down. Okay. And these are rods, let me tell you. You with me? I'm with you. We got 3, Shimano Tiagras here we're going to use. Let's get them down. John, what pound tester on these reels right now?
We've spooled that up with 8-pound monofilament.
And you like sharking? You like the monofilament over the braid?
I do. Yeah, I like monofilament, particularly when you get a fish like a mako or something that's prone to jumping. That gives a little bit of an extra flex and has a little more give into it when they come down.
Yeah,
I
like
likely to pull the hook out.
A little bit of forgiveness on it.
I think
right?
so, yeah.
I agree with you. John, I see we've got a whole mackerel here. It's starting it up for us. How do you prepare this bait?
Well, what I like to do, Andy, is take your fillet knife here, start at the tail, and just run quick slice right up here, right along the backbone there. When I get up near the head, stop slicing. Do the same thing on the other side over here. We call this a split tail mackerel. And what we've done here is essentially increase the amount of smell coming out of this fish. It's got a lot more motion to it. It's got some nice color to it. And when they come up behind and see this thing hanging in the water, you got all these flaps moving back and forth. You just pin it right through the chin with that hook. Can I get that from you, Rich?
Yeah, I want to see how you bait this, John.
All right. You know, we used to get pretty fancy, sew them up and hide the hooks and all that stuff. And quite frankly, you don't really need to do all that. Take this, right? Split the chin right in there. Come up right about between the eyes there. Now, notice how much of that's showing up forward there. If you put this too far back, this hook point can get buried in there.
That's a
and
great
they'll grab
point.
it, they'll swim off with it. You go to set, and it just pulls it right out of his mouth. Yeah, so I leave, you know, I want to be forward of the eyes there, right about at the eyes, so that you got a good amount of hook showing. This is a great big 10-0 hook. It's on a braided cable right here, double crimped with an offshore loop. That's a pretty strong rig.
What pound
like
is this?
This is 400-pound stainless
400
cable.
pound?
Yeah. But when this is in the water moving back and forth, that's a great rig.
That does look nice.
And the other thing we're doing here is this is also pinning the mackerel's mouth closed
Exactly.
for the most part. It's going to stop this bait from spinning.
Yep.
You don't want to get a lot of spinning, especially with any of your drift baits. And Rich, you and I talk about it all the time, strip baits, any dead baits. don't let them spin.
Right.
That's right.
And you leave the tail on too, which works as a natural rudder, of course, to help keep them lined up.
I'm going to get this one in the water.
That'd be great. It'll do a lot more than water than we're over here.
I think so, but it was nice to talk about, that's for sure.
I'm going to get a rag. We need one of those back here.
Visit the Northeast Angling website at neangling.com for nationwide saltwater charter directory, fishing news, and free fishing reports. You can also find dozens of techniques, tips, and tackle for every saltwater species. Now let's get back to the action.
Now here we are, we're back here again. John Pirie, online fishing charters, 30 miles offshore, Jeffrey's Ledge. John, what do we got going here now? We got about, how many feet do you think that shark is?
Watch this, watch this.
About how many feet is that shark, John?
He's about 6 feet long, Rich. Maybe 125 pounds.
He's been
It's a
working.
pretty healthy shark.
He's worked his way up in our chum slick,
Yep.
nosing around the boat. He's mouthed a couple of baits, but we really haven't been able to get to him to commit to the baits yet. He's being very
Some more
cautious.
chunks. Get him eating again.
Oh, he's right here at the chum basket.
Look at this, he's right under us here. Wow, that is a nice fish right there. Now, John, they can get real finicky at the side of the boat sometimes.
Oh,
huh?
absolutely. Yeah, they can be real picky. Now watch, he's eating chunks for us though, which is key. We'll get him.
Generally, when you see something like that, you think eventually he'll take one of them big baits, right?
Yeah, I do. Absolutely.
I wanna
And
keep
John,
on-
I'd like to bring the balloon bait in and put a cut bait on that, because he's
That's
showing
fine.
a little more
Dump
interest
it.
in the cut bait.
Dump it. Here he
Or if
comes
you
now.
want, Andy,
Easy,
actually, I
easy,
think
Andy. You're going right by him. Easy.
I think we got one rigged here, Andy. Where
Oh, I
can
want to get it away from John's bait. Here you go, John. I moved him right onto your bait.
Yeah.
Both baits are together.
Can you get that out of the water?
All right,
Don't
tap.
tangle up.
Now, I can grab another rod if you want, Andy. I could just put a
I would think that we get another bait in there.
Let me get your cut bait on that.
Just slice one little fillet right off of there.
Wow,
He's
look at
nosing
that.
around on it.
Here he
Come
comes,
on, here
Andy.
he
Here he
comes.
comes, Andy. Oh, he just turned at the last second.
He's looking at the motors.
Yeah, and he's right under the stern of the boat.
Wow, what a beautiful fish.
We got chunks for him. Come on, eat, eat, eat. There you go. There you go. There we go. He ate. He ate.
You got it?
Yep, he ate. He's on.
Cool, I'm getting this bait out of the water.
Now, what do you want to do here, John? You want to
So
let
let
this
him
fish
have
run?
it for a second. Yep. Watch out, please. Over the top here.
So basically, you want to let this fish
Yep.
run now?
Now
You
he's
said
in nice and tight. I'm going to set up on him, okay? Because I can see he's in his mouth. I can see he's unhappy about it. And he's going to roll.
There he
Hang
goes.
on, boys.
Whoa, look at this.
Right at the boat.
Oh, man. You talk about excitement.
All right, guys, we're gonna wire this fish up. I'm gonna take just about a little half wrap on the wire here.
Yeah, bring the tip to you.
Just control
Yeah, keep
the
the tip
fish.
overboard.
Now, you want me to hit this right
Not
behind
till
the
he's
dorsal?
ready. We'll get him nice
Okay,
and
we
quiet
get
at
him
the
nice
boat.
and settled at the boat.
Okay, keep his head up so he doesn't roll you. He's going to
Yep.
try and roll you. Shorten
okay.
up a bit, please.
Okay,
That's it. That's it. That's where you want.
Okay.
Now,
Now
where do you
lay him
want
out
me to-
lengthwise. Rest it right on the dorsal up high.
right there.
A little
here?
lower. No, in the body. A little lower in the body. Right about there. Keep
Push.
it- Push. Yep. And then pull it out. Okay, he's going to piss off.
Okay, we got him.
Okay.
John, do you have your release stick?
Yep.
I'll
Rich,
just hold
grab
it
that
here.
release stick, the blue one there.
Got it for you, bud.
It may be deep. It's too deep. Let's
Look,
cut.
it's a little deep. We have to cut
take
this.
a cut right by his head for me.
I can do that.
Thank you.
How
I'm
low
just gonna control the fish
Right
here,
down
Rich?
low.
Low.
Yeah, he won't get you. You can bite down low.
Come on.
That's it. Nice cut. Well done.
Okay.
Okay. He'll turn over. See the little cut under his? That's probably long line gear right in the bottom. of
Yeah,
his head
yeah.
there.
There's a little bitty piece of gear on him.
Here he turns. Get spinning. Come on, baby. You just swallowed his stomach back down. Look at
Yeah,
that.
he
Yeah.
took his stomach right back down.
Yeah, that's interesting. You don't see him do that much. Come on now.
Come on.
Start swimming.
And there he
you
goes.
There he goes.
Upright,
Turn
Yep.
in. Turn in.
upright, and taking off. There he goes. Look at that, like
Very
a rocket.
nice.
Did you
John.
see
It's
that?
like a missile.
Nice tag.
Beautiful
nice.
fish. Nice
Guys,
job.
good job, everybody. That was a lot
Good
of fun.
teamwork, gentlemen. Good teamwork.
We got to get another
Sorry
one
about
of
the
these.
glove.
Hey, you know, that's all right.
And we still got our slick going.
Slick looks great.
Looks nice. Excellent.
Well, we just had another nice shark come up the slick here, and he picked up this bait, and he swallowed it, and he's just laying on it right here. He really hasn't moved a lot.
Hang on. He's
Oh,
sitting right
oh,
out there.
Oh, there he
we
goes.
go.
Watch that balloon, guys.
Back.
He's gonna run. There he goes.
There he
Okay,
goes.
let's let him go.
Now,
Keep your
John-
thumb on good. Watch your thumb.
I got-
Can't
I got-
backlash.
Yeah. Looked like a nice sized fish, John.
This is a solid fish right here. This is every bit of 200 pounds.
Look at him swirling
There
up
he-
in the slick there.
Is that him or is that
Yeah,
another fish now?
That's him. I think he's just
Want to
coming
pick up my
around.
slack here.
Yep, that's him. See the dorsal fin?
Yep.
Picking up my slack.
What
Okay,
you
now
like
he's gonna
up
come
on his
tight to
back?
you.
I got. Now you don't want to let too much slack. The line will wrap up on that line, you go to hook set, you'll rub that line on the fish. You'll break the fish off.
I think we're about ready to set up on him.
Yeah?
Let's do that. Let's go to strike. Come tight to him. Go to
All right,
strike
he's coming
first.
across a little bit.
Go to strike. Crank up tight so you're tight to him. Then when you feel tight, come good hit. Good hit. All right. Strike down again. Yeah, one more good hit. Good.
There you
I want
go.
another hit. One more hit. Give him a good solid one. That's it. All right. Now hang on. He's going to screw underneath you.
I got him.
Hang on. Hang on. Back you back.
Here we go. Now Drake's fine. Drake's fine.
Okay. Hang on. Watch your hands.
That looks like a better fish. Don't you
This
think?
is a solid fish, boy.
Is that what we think that's
This
what
is
we're
a
out
good
here
one.
for?
Yeah, this is what we've been waiting for.
You know, I was tempted to throw a little pitch bait on a much lighter rig at this, and John and Rich stopped me from doing it. You guys probably did the right thing here.
You want to really see your fish first before you let him have something small.
You know, they look small on the slick when you just see the top of that
You just
fin.
see that fin, you think, oh, he's not that big. And then he shows up at the boat and he's 200 pounds, you're thinking, boy, that would have been the wrong rod.
You know, Andy, you've been tied into this fish for about 5 minutes now. You got a heck of a tug of war going on.
Yeah,
here.
he's just laying straight down here. And I'm just working up the line a foot or two at a time.
Nice and easy.
Just
like
working
you're
them
doing.
up.
Got some
Great
weed.
job.
Got some weed there, but that won't affect the line at all, right,
No,
John?
you don't have to worry about
It's also
that.
a good idea when fish close to the boat like this. You don't want to go crazy, nothing jerky.
No, stay smooth.
Is this,
Nice solid
this
hook
is
up to him.
typically the way they fight on these big blues? They stay down
Yeah,
deep
the
like
real
that?
big ones, they make a couple runs on a surface like that, and then he's going to go down and dog you straight up and down like this one is.
Now, John,
He's a solid fish. You just got to try and slowly lift his head and get him coming up.
we've got a 2-speed reel here. Do you use the
Yeah.
2-second gear at some point
Yeah,
or
if
no?
you want to really put the screws to him now, you can shift down to low gear with that nice Tiagra. Just drop her down to low gear and you can start to really bring his head up. The other things too, he's a green fish. You've only had him on for a little bit.
Yeah, I want to try
don't
him out a
really
little
want him
more.
at the boat when he's at Henry.
Yeah, well,
you know?
Neither do I, for that matter.
Let's tire him out a little before we get him up here.
Wait, we're tiring Andy out a little
He's
while
doing
we're
a good
getting him
job
up
of
here.
tiring Andy out now, too, as a matter of
All
fact.
right.
And one of the things we want to do, this fish is a little bit
Angler
under the
won't bite
boat.
me. He won't bite me. I'm all right with that.
And I've got to get the rod out over
That's
the
it,
boat to
Andy.
put good pressure
There
on
you
it.
go. That's
I
it.
don't want to bring the rod straight up and down.
Use your knees just like that. Get your butt in there. Just get right underneath it.
You know, but this is what it's all about. We came out here, we're roughly around 32 miles, 30 miles, Jeffrey's Ledge. You said we were going to run into these big blue sharks, John, and sure enough, we did. And this
This
looks
is
like
a solid fish. He's
this
put
looks
a
like
good
the
bend
cream
in
of the
your rod
crop
there.
right here.
And he,
Still no sign. Here he is. I can
We
see
should
him
be
now.
seeing him real
All right,
soon,
hang on.
guys.
He's got his head down again.
You got these
Here he
Got his head
goes.
down. Let's see if we can. He's pulling the boat right around. That's fine. Just hang in
And
there.
you just
Andy.
hold on for a
now at
little
this
while,
point,
right?
this line's going under the boat, and I'm going to slip around
Okay. I'll walk you around the bow here.
to the other side,
Okay. Watch your rods.
and
as
he
you
should
go.
be a lot easier to deal with here.
There you go. Nicely done. Good move. All right then. Stay this one.
Another good idea to keep the boat clear at all times.
Try and lean his head back to left. He's getting close to leader. All right. See if you can turn him before he goes
Trying
on the
to
engine
keep him
again.
off the motors.
Yeah. If you have to, remember, you can back that drag off and give him some slack to clear
Yeah.
your motors if you get tight to it, okay?
I am very tight on the motors, but I've got him
You might be
turned.
able to turn him, yeah. There you go.
And
Nicely done, that's it.
It's going to come out now.
All right, I'm thinking about, we're getting ready for leader.
Well, yeah, we think we're ready to land this fish, right?
Yeah.
You got the glove. Now, what do you need me to get here?
I want you to have that tag stick ready and the cutters ready.
All right, John, let's see if we can get a shot at him here.
Okay, I got leader. Try and lift
That's a
him up.
nice shark.
Look out.
Whoa, look out, guys.
Look at the size of that shark. John, what do you need me to do? Anything?
Oh, just got to get him settled down a little bit here.
It's like a rodeo.
All right.
This is the part I like
Keep the
where
tip away
John has
from
to
me.
work
Tighten
hard.
up the tip, please.
Fingers
Thank
clear
you.
and to the tip.
All right.
You want me to get that tag stick ready?
Yeah, let's get the tag stick
Let me
ready.
get that out. I'm going to drive that right under the dorsal, you said?
Yes, sir. Right on the dorsal.
One of the things the angler needs to do right now is
That's a big male. You see those claspers right down there?
Right.
That's a big male. Let's see if we can
That's
roll
a big
him over.
fish.
Yeah, let's turn him right over there.
All right, now I'm
See
going
how
to
his
hit him.
eyes are rolled up like
his
that?
eyes back,
Yep.
yep.
Okay, long side. Here's your shot. Here's your shot.
You want me to come where now?
I want to go by the dorsal fin. Back a
here?
little bit, right in there. Yep,
Good.
bury it. Yep. Okay.
Done.
All right,
Very
tags
nice.
in.
Very nice.
Visit the Northeast Angling YouTube channel for hundreds of videos, including full-length episodes, exciting clips, product reviews, and instructional videos. And now, the exciting conclusion of Northeast Angling.
We're out here with Captain John Pirie of the Orca. We're about 30 miles northeast of Gloucester. You know, our slick's been running all day. It's getting a little late. We just see a couple of fish working their ways up here. And I know, Rich, you got a bait right back there. So we got one bait in the water. Whoa.
There he goes.
You got a fish on your bait.
He just
And
took.
sure enough.
Okay.
You know, this has happened
Now,
a couple
remember
times
the
today.
deal. You know the drill by now, right? You've done this enough times. You got the
I think
deal.
I'm on it.
Let him go a little bit. Keep your thumb on there.
I want to get all the slack out when I hit this fish
Exactly,
also.
yep.
Do I need a gimbal for this? Or what do
Yeah,
you want
I'll
me to
get
do?
the belt for you, Rich.
All right, Andy, grab that belt for us.
It's okay-
We'll get you
it's
set
okay
up.
to let him run,
Yeah,
right?
let him run. That's
All
no
right.
problem at all. You're just going to chew that down a little bit. Get a little further away
Seems
from
like
it.
he's just taking his time and motoring. That's about
It
right?
might be another solid fish.
Oh, don't scare me like that. I'm in a mood to fight this thing for an hour or two.
You know, we've had a couple of fish here
Get that belt for me there, Andy?
over the
Excellent.
200 mark, and
Right behind you, buddy.
You let me know when you want me to set up on this fish, John.
All right.
I hope this is another good fish.
Yeah.
And John, like you told Andy, you really want to drive this hook home a couple
You
of
want
times,
to set
right?
it solid, right? So let's go. I think we're ready to lock it up.
All right.
Go to full strike. Okay. Tighten up on it. And you can't reel anymore, then set them up tight. That's it. Good. Nice set. All right. Crank down. One more.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice
All
fish
right.
right
One more
there.
good one.
That's
Get one more set. That's it.
That
Nicely
feels
done.
nice.
That's a good fish.
That
That
feels
fish
nice.
is pretty solid.
Oh, jeez.
Excellent. All right. Now, you in shape? You ready?
I guess.
All right then.
Well, John, you called it. You know, these fish, we see them coming up the
man.
slick. Every time we've pitched a bait out to them, they've come up
Come up
and
and
we've
eat
gotten
it
them
for
to eat.
That was nice. That was incredible. That really was. That was a lot of fun.
Dump that for you.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm just.
There we go.
Oh, thank you.
All right. Get rid of some of that.
And I guess now it's just.
Just you
Steady
against
grind.
that. Let's see what you got, buddy.
Oh, jeez.
That fish
Come on
looks
now,
like
Rich.
it's pretty far out there.
Now, this bait was down how deep, John, when that fish hit?
Well, he was probably about 10, 12 feet on the balloon when he hit it back there. When you see him like that, going with the slick, you want to hang your bait tight. You don't want it to be down, way down. They won't find it necessarily. You hang it up tight by the surface and get it, 10, 12 feet under.
It's
and you're
actually
perfect.
swimming at me now.
Yeah, coming to you.
You know, I noticed you said, John, like a lot of guys, I'll notice they'll put sometimes 3, 4 rods out
Right,
for these fish.
right.
But in reality, all you need is one.
Yeah. You know what? And a lot of times, what happens is when they're doing just one out, they'll show up at the boat. You size the tackle to meet the fish. If it's a nice small fish, get some lighter tackle. Get some 12, 15-pound spinning tackle if you want to have some fun like that. And if it's a bigger fish, like this one seems to be a pretty big fish, we want them on the big gear anyway.
Well,
If you fish blind, one rod out and make it your biggest rod. Don't put little stuff out.
You're not going to put me through what you put Andy through a little while ago, are you?
Well, no promises, Rich. I'm sorry.
Andy, you getting that gear ready? What are you doing?
Yep, I'm getting the tag and stick ready for you. Rich has been working this fish for about a good 5 minutes. He's got him pretty close to the boat.
Oh, we got some color on this
Oh,
one
it's
now,
a
John.
nice sized fish.
Wow.
Wow.
All right, see if you
my
can swing your
God.
tip back towards me.
I'm going to do that. Now, you want to grab the leader?
I got the gloves. All right, I got leader. Now keep your tip out over the water, please.
I'm good,
Away
I'm
from
good,
me.
I'm
Tighten
good.
up a little bit.
Fish
Oh,
got
the
a
fish
tag.
got tagging him. John, you move him up. I'll get a look at that
See if you
tag.
can get a read on that.
Let's see.
He's got a little slice on his pectoral. There you go. Hang on. He's not real happy.
We got 26117.
Excellent.
2,
Nice
6,
fish.
1, 1, 1,
This
7.
is a big, beautiful fish. Look at the blue in him.
John,
That's
I don't know. I can't thank you enough. I mean, Andy and I had a great time out here. We fought these sharks almost all day today, and this was a blast. I can't wait to do this again with you.
Excellent. You have to come back and visit again.
Thank you for watching Northeast Angling. You can learn more about techniques, tackle, and destinations as seen on this show at neangling.com. See you on the water.